What's good, YouTube? Good morning. Happy rising. Blessed rising. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday morning. I'm having a cup of coffee. Got some laundry going. My bedroom's clean. I'm ragged. But it's time to sit down and do a reading for y'all. How you guys doing? I hope everybody's having a good morning and you guys are enjoying coffee right along with me. So I'm going to clear the air here. I have been doing some channeling and some automatic writing this morning. And let me tell you what came out. It's going to be real entertaining because it's all conspiracies, folks. Like, okay, this is not stuff that I typically get notified of or get downloads of. These are not my, this is way, way far left for me. Good rising, Larkspur. How are you? What time zone are you in? What state are you guys in? What country are you watching from? What is your zodiac sign and what's your pet peeve? Y'all, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome in. If you guys are returning subscribers, you guys are the reason I keep doing this shit. I appreciate you. We have passed that minute mark, so welcome in. Witches, bitches, twats, and thoughts. I'm Black Betty, and I am Karma's right hand. This is the Underdog Ministry. Thank you for joining me, guys. So let's get right into this. I did some more automatic writing this morning. Oh, the Midwest. I've evidently, supposedly, still have some people that claim to be blood related to me out there, but I wouldn't know because I haven't heard from them in 16 years. So I hope that you have a really peaceful tornado season and that you have a basement. Okay, friend? Like, for real. Midwest is terrifying to me. There's no trees, there's no hills, there's no water, there's no curves. It's very different than California. And I've never lived anywhere other than here, really. A couple of other places, but I spent a summer in Nebraska and experienced the tornado siren, the air raid siren, but I had a basement apartment, so it wasn't too bad, but it was enough to scare me away forever. Anyways, let's get into this automatic writing session that I had this morning. These messages are not all necessarily related to each other in one thing. They could be related to any number of the people that are watching, okay? It could just be confirmation that this reading is something that you need to pay attention to if something here feels relevant to you, okay? So somebody is experiencing vertigo. Their equilibrium is off. Somebody may have something called vestibular syndrome. I don't know anything about diagnosing that because I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professional medical person, but something about vestibular syndrome. Hey, Shannon Stewart. Good morning. Happy rising. Something about direct energy weapons, frequencies that affect people's pulse and their heart rhythms, specifically like cardiac symptoms, okay? And this is where it started to get wild, folks, okay? Probably gonna hit some trigger words that are gonna mess with the algorithm, but whatever. The more controversial, the better, evidently. The download that I got was COVID was just another experiment. Right down the line with the Tuskegee Syphilis experiment, the Milgram experiment, the Stanford prison experiment, and MK Ultra. Those are all linked in the description of this video. If you guys are interested, I believe there is 3 videos in 1 article to read. Okay, if you want to know what the Tuskegee experiment was, our government for 40 years basically lets black service members with syphilis go without treatment and to investigate and monitor the progress of the disease. They were not offered penicillin, they weren't offered any treatment, but the white people were, and that was from 1932 to 1972, okay? MK Ultra was the use of LSD in a town's water supply to control minds. It was a mind control experiment. The Stanford prison experiment was a power dynamic experiment, psychological experiment, also designed by Stanley Milgram. The Milgram experiment initially was a test to see how obedient people were to authority figures. How far would you go in hurting another person because somebody told you to? That's the most important one, evidently, in all of these, because it's giving me chills as I'm telling you about it. Okay? So go down in the description box after you watch the video and check out any one of those 4 well-known government United States CIA experiments on citizens and psychological experiments by doctors on citizens. Okay? The less educated the population, the more damage corruption can do. Protesters are turning the tide. Keep your foot on their necks. Keep stepping up for what's right and keep speaking the truth to perverted power. We are more powerful than this current evil that we're facing. We've done this before and we'll do it again. That is all the automatic writing that came out this morning. I am going to roll the dice, you guys. So this is a headphone warning. If you guys listen with earbuds, this gets loud. Okay, here we go. Really? Rhodes. A Rhodes Scholar. R-H-O-D-E-S. Somebody is a Rhodes Scholar. Doctor. In red. Doctor. Poet. P-O-E-T. Poet. Somber. Somber. Very subdued. A very melancholy kind of energy. Serious, quiet. This is not a joke. This is not a game. This is something to be respected. I don't know what this is. Case. Case. Somebody is on the case. Somebody's got a Rhodes Scholar on the case. Are we talking about like Dr. House here? Like we've got a super genius that's very, very, very reserved with the heart of a poet. Okay. A super genius. Super buttoned up. All kinds of emotions inside. All right. Find. Somebody's has to find the right doctor for their case. HRT, hormone replacement therapy. Out of vowels. Gut. Somebody might need to listen to their instincts when it comes to finding the right doctor. Somebody has a complicated case. It needs a Rhodes Scholar like Dr. House. Can I get a vowel? We can't make words without vowels, folks. Peg. P-E-G. That might be somebody's name. Somebody might need to put a, like, knock somebody down a peg, put another, it's a dowel, like a dowel peg in a wooden piece of furniture. That was the letter Z. That was the last dice out. We've got Rhodes, like Rhodes Scholar, Rhodes. Doctor, poet, somber, case, find, HRT, gut, and peg. All right. Hey, Bradley Shavelski, how's it going? Welcome in. Greetings to everyone. Where are you watching from? What time zone are you in? What's your pet peeve and what's your sign? All right, so tell me about this doctor, this Rhodes Scholar. Somebody needs to find the right person for their case. Somebody needs to stay strong. Somebody has to exert some sort of persuasion over a situation here. You need to very much influence it to your favor. I'm seeing somebody that needs to advocate for themselves here. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. You've lost almost everything to whatever is going on with you. You got some financial struggles, pinching pennies, can barely make ends meet. Every time you think things are looking up, it goes back. It's like you really need somebody to work on this case. It's like you get better and it gets worse, and you get better and it gets worse. And you may have lost a lot. Your foundation is really rickety right now. Okay? Somebody does not need one more single problem. And then we've got the Three of Cups. They've been betrayed way too many times. They've been lied to one too many times. This says scandal and gossip. There's something about somebody's health here that is a water cooler gossip over here. Somebody's talking about how you're just not reliable. You're just lazy. It's a scandal because it's not the truth. You've stayed so strong and you've had to advocate for yourself while you've been destroyed by gossip, by people talking about your health behind your back. Empress, you seem to be you don't look like what you've suffered. You seem like you've got it all. You seem like life is just amazing for you, and people envy that, and that's why they talk about you. But you're really going through some sort of health situation here. We've got the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Your life, like your body, your health has really taken a backslide here. Sluggishness, slow pace, postponement, chaos. Everybody's jealous, thinking you've got something made here, and you're really struggling. Queen of Cups in the reverse. You're really struggling, and you don't want to seem needy. You don't want to seem weak. You don't want to seem like you can't take care of yourself. You've got a very complicated case. But strength is the first card out. Overcoming an obstacle. Influence, persuasion. You've got to persuade somebody to want to help you. And that's not the way it should be here. I think you might be so complicated that people find any reason to not help you. And nobody cares. That somber attitude, nobody shows any kind of concern or a sense of urgency. Two of Pentacles in the reverse about how off balance things might feel for you. I've got a whole chunk of cards. I'm not taking all those. Five of Swords in the reverse and the World in reverse. Damn. Here's the deal. You're so off balance, but you aren't fighting with anybody. You're not gonna deal with the same shit you used to deal with. You're not going to be talked to or treated the same way that you used to be treated. That's this backbone and strength. That's this persuading. Like, look, here's reason X, Y, Z, why I sit like this, but feel like this, and won't ask for help. There's reasons, because I've been there, done that, seen this shit before. You've got a complicated case. You're trying to find the right doctor. Somebody might have like a leaky gut. Somebody might need hormone replacement therapy. Somebody also might, what was it up here? Have vestibular syndrome, vertigo, or be having some sort of off pulse or heart rhythm. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Nobody's willing to lend you a hand. Nobody's willing to give you what you need. Nobody's willing to do for you because they think that you're sitting pretty. You don't have any problems. Look at you. From the outside, everything's fine. There, like you look like you're not limping. You don't look super old. You're not wheezing, you're not needing a walker, maybe, right? So there can't be anything wrong with you, but you can't fucking, your get up and go is gone. It caught up and went. He says, see you, bitch. I'm taking a vacation. And you're not asking for help, but you're plugging through it. You're struggling through it. Staying strong. You've lost everything. You can't lose anything more. There's some sort of scandal and gossip over your life because you don't look like you feel. That's why you don't ask for help, because nobody believes you, because you don't look like you feel. So you don't want to seem weak. You don't want to seem needy. So you struggle. Off balance. Five of Swords in the reverse here. You don't have the energy to keep fighting for what you know is going on, but everybody else sees something on the outside and doesn't understand that it can't feel the same on the inside. This time of year, it's a week till Halloween, right? Everybody goes out and puts on a costume and puts on a mask and pretends to be somebody that they're not for a day. You're here pretending like there ain't no problems. You're here pretending like you feel great. You're here pretending like your body isn't betraying you. You're here pretending like your nerves aren't completely shot. You're here pretending like life hasn't completely bent you over a barrel and fucked you dry with a wire brush. And nobody wants to give you help because you don't look like it. You're not ugly. You're not broken physically, like casts and braces and canes and all of those things. So because you don't have a wheelchair, you're not, you don't have anything wrong with you. So these people are jealous because on the outside you look great, and on the inside you feel like you've been hit by a Mack truck. Sluggish. You're very, very slow. You can't get up and get moving. You feel overwhelmed with the things that you have to do. Your get up and go got up and went. And you don't trust anybody to ask for help anymore. They like you off balance. And you're just done fighting. There's a cycle that you're trying to avoid revisiting because nobody's going to give you what you need. Nobody's going to give you the right help. Seven of Wands. So you're defensive. You're protecting yourself. You've got yourself encased in some sort of little bubble here. Because I think that you're once bitten, twice shy. I think you know how difficult your situation is. I think you know what's wrong with you. I think you've spent enough time in contemplation. I think you've spent enough time trying to stay strong after losing everything, after all the gossip and scandal, because people don't think that you look the way you feel. You should be ugly as fuck, beat down, looking like you got hit by the Mack truck in order to feel that way. And people don't seem to understand that that's not the case, so you just quit asking for help altogether. There's strength in reverse. Look, you're not going to willfully, this is the protection, you're not going to willfully make yourself weaker by entertaining conflict that is not for you, by returning to a cycle where somebody's not going to give you what you need anyway. This is a medical situation for somebody. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Didn't I say they wouldn't give you what you needed anyway? And I flipped over the deck. That's on the bottom. Hey, Aurora, welcome in. Hey, Robert, welcome in. So this is definitely a medical situation where you have really had to fight for your own advocacy here. I think this situation is somber. It's extremely serious. It should be weighted very carefully. I think you need to find somebody who may be a specialist of some type. Maybe go somewhere where you have never been before, like leave the area that you're in, because the area that you're in, I don't think you're going to get the proper treatment. I mean, people are jealous because you look better than you feel. You look like you've got it all together. You look like you've got everything handed to you. You look like you got a silver spoon in your mouth. You look like you have everything. You look spoiled rotten. Meanwhile, on the inside, the body is like fucking rotting like a house that has termites. Still looks good from the outside. You fucking open up the walls though, and shit's gonna come falling out all dusty and chewed up. So you're not asking for help. You're going to have to leave the location that you're at, or the provider that you're at, or any of those things. Hold, please. Or just, yeah, go away. Anyways, you're going to have to leave because you are not going to purposely make yourself feel weak. You're not going to let yourself get dragged back into the cycle where nobody's going to help you anyways. Look, you're going to move forward and you're going to build some sort of better foundation where you can approach this situation holistically, pouring into yourself, taking matters into your own hands more in like a home remedy kind of a situation here. I don't think you can do it completely by yourself, but I think you might have to do a lot of the footwork from home. I think you might have to find, like I just dropped a bunch of references in the description box over the CIA experiments that I referenced. Okay, it's not like I'm coming up with something new or exposing information that isn't widely out there. I learned this shit in high school. Okay, so it's like you're gonna have to go out there and do some research, find some links, print out some information, cross-reference it, and spend your time with whoever this next doctor is, and find the right one who's willing to listen to your input, because you have infinitely more time to sit and worry about your specifics on your case and your symptoms every single day and learn about yourself the same way they have access to medical knowledge. So do you. They're just the ones in the profession telling you what to do. So if you bring them citable sources, peer-reviewed journals, scientific reviews, any of those information, and you try and say, excuse me, can I ask you about this? And how about this? And is it possible here? And is this a possibility here? This is how you have to make this person want to help you, because they're going to tell you that there's nothing wrong with you, that you look just fine from the outside, but you know what it feels like on the inside of the body. That's why you stopped asking for help and tried to do it at home. There's that Ten of Pentacles in the upright. Look, you leaving a situation, going to where you're focusing on celebrating your life, sturdying your foundation, pouring into yourself, holistically healing as much as you can while you're doing research to get other information for your doctor because you have a complicated case. This is what's going to put you in some sort of, I hate to say a settlement, an inheritance, a lawsuit. You're going to win something with that Ten of Pentacles there. Because you've gone off on your own because you could not ask for help anymore because you look a certain way, so you can't feel that way. Because if I can't see it, it's not real. What you're telling me about you isn't true because I can't see it for myself. This is what you're being told. It's medical gaslighting. This is that Five of Swords in reverse to the world in reverse. You're not repeating this cycle again. You're not going to fight the fight. You're not doing this again. These people are doing this on purpose to make you look out of balance, okay? Your life is out of balance. It absolutely is, because you got a bunch of yahoos, professionals who cannot accept new information or continue to learn, despite continuing education being mandatory for their careers. Cannot accept that you can look one way and feel another way. They can't accept that. You can look all dolled up and still be dying of a terminal disease on the inside, and nobody would know if you didn't tell them for a while, right? I'm feeling like some stuff was withheld from you. Eight of Swords in the reverse. You are not committing yourself to what trapped you in the past. You striking out on your own here, working on something from home, working on positivity, working on restoring balance, structure, celebrating the little things, the daily gratitude, pouring into yourself, trying to find some semblance of peace. To be able to do that after the way you've been mischaracterized here, out of jealousy, because you've got to be lying. You can't be sick. You don't look that way. Meanwhile, your body's fucking falling apart at the seams. Okay? This is why you don't trust anybody to ask for help. And this is why you are not going to go back to where you were stuck in the past. You're not going back to this cycle. And this here is going to end up in some sort of financial settlement, windfall, hush money, somebody trying to buy you off. Ace of Cups, somebody just tried to choke my throat chakra. Like, I feel like I got stuck with a knife in my windpipe. And now it's gone. That's odd. So you're not going to go back to where you were trapped, and you are going to practice radical self-love here, radical advocacy, radical self-support. You are pouring into yourself in mentally healthy ways, which is helping you look this way while you feel that way. It's almost like you know how to dress for the occasion, put on the makeup, you know how to wear the right clothes, while on the inside you feel like the Tin Man needing the oil can. You're rusty, your hinges are seizing up on you, you can't move, you're stiff, you got a problem with the cold kind of thing. Like, there's all kinds of things that are not visible on the outside that you are going through, and I think you need to find somebody who's literally like a Rhodes Scholar to deal with your case. Wheel of Fortune. Okay? Sorry, you guys. We had to get rid of a little troll that was down there. Sorry about that for stopping the reading for a second. So this Wheel of Fortune is here. Your radical self-love is going to change everything for you. You are having a turn of fate now. Things are starting to go in your favor. Things are starting to look up physically. But it's because you've done things to look good on the outside while you feel like shit on the inside. Six of Wands in the reverse. It's not apparent to the outside world. The public can't just see that your body feels like you've got your tongue on a 9-volt battery all the time. The people outside you can't see that you have nerve pain, or that you have a broken tooth, or that you've got a bad back unless you're limping. People can't see that you've got that you're a hemophiliac and you don't stop bleeding. But it's really a problem on the inside of your body here, but you don't look like it, so we're just not going to treat you. We're just not going to believe you. We're just not going to do what we need to do. We're just not going to find any answers for your case at all. The Moon. It's like elusive knowledge. But you have the ability to Google shit the same way that they do. Cross-reference your shit. Cross-reference your symptoms. Look up peer-reviewed journals. Give these people the backing that they need to give you the diagnosis that you know you need. If they've got evidence that they can back up and be like, yeah, look at this peer-reviewed journal from the National Institute of Health. Look at this one over here from the CDC. Look at this one from, Cornell University. Okay? If this person can actually look at where you're getting your information, they will take you more seriously. Chariot in reverse. Right now, all they're focused on is, hold up, wait a minute, you're not driving the chariot here. You don't have the reins. They don't want you to have control over your diagnosis because they're the professionals. This is a fucking shitty ego trip. This is a sword fight. This is I see your Schwartz is bigger than mine and I'm in control because I'm the boss, even though you've had more time to research your conditions and find answers. 9 of Wands. Look, you are not going to play victim for these people anymore. You're going to show up. You're going to stay strong. You're going to show up with the information you need. You're going to be your own advocate. You're going to show up with peer-reviewed journal. You're going to show up with links. You're going to show up with websites. You're going to show up with videos. This is why I think this is a problem. Can you get me the test you need? Because these are the things that are happening. And the reason why I think so. You're supposed to be working for me, doctor, not you are being my authority. That's weird. Stanford prison experiment. How the mind perceives positions of authority. How fast it changes somebody's personality. How fast they switch from being happy-go-lucky to a power-hungry fucking tyrant. Look at the Stanford prison experiment. 4 of Pentacles. Look, you are not going to be victimized by people who just want to hold back and control the situation. They just want control. They just don't want you to be right. So you just start pouring into yourself. And it's starting to help. So let's get an oracle. Let's see here. I look like ragged shit right now, but it's okay. My house is getting cleaned, so that's all that matters. I'll be clean later once the house is done. So these, You need a better doctor. You need to find a better doctor, or find a doctor that cares enough to take your opinion into consideration, considering you live in the body you're complaining about. Kind of like mechanics that don't take into consideration your opinion when you bring your car into them. This thing's broken, I can tell. Nope, I need $120 to tell you that it's broken, please. I'm going to tell you it's broken, and you're going to pay me to tell you it's broken before I take money to fix what you're telling me is broken. That's some ego shit. This is this power dynamic that I'm talking about. It's probably why this Milgram experiment and the Stanford prison experiment came up. MK Ultra, mind control. You got people gaslighting the fuck out of you over your medical situation here. Spiritual cleansing, release in reverse. Look, you need to strap up spiritually. And I'm not talking prophylactic. I'm talking Hitta. You need to meditate and get yourself grounded on this situation, because once you let loose, it's going to be divine fire, okay? What was done to you here was preventable if somebody had respected your gut instinct. You came in asking for help and you didn't want to. Queen of Cups in the reverse. But you know that there's something breaking down, slowing you down, hindering you with this Eight of Wands in the reverse. But everybody else says, you look fine. There ain't fucking shit wrong with you. You're going away from that provocative energy and you're just doing the right thing for yourself. Pouring into you has ensured that you're going to get some sort of, I'm hearing landfall settlement, or what is it called? Not a settlement, verdict in your, like, financial award, okay? Somebody's going to be compensated for all the damage that was done to their inside because nobody wanted to investigate because the outside looked just fine. They were jealous because you look perfect. You got everything going for you. Everything's handed to you. Your life is fucking perfect. There ain't shit wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. It's all in your head the way you feel. Gaslighting you. When you let loose, it's going to be epic. Stormy. When you let loose, people are going to start feeling the water gunning on the inside of their boat. People are going to feel like their ship is fucking sinking. When you let loose, trust, people are going to believe what you have to say because you've done all this self-care work. You've worked on yourself. You've made yourself happy. You have worked on your stability. You have worked on celebrating your small wins. You've poured into yourself and minded your business while everybody else is saying, there ain't shit wrong with you. It's all in your fucking head. Well, now people trust you. Now people trust what you say because when you say something, you come with research that backs it up. You come with sources. You come with information. You come with facts, Jack. So people trust you. Now these doctors are going to have to learn that with you. You're going to have to establish this with whoever this doctor is. Otherwise, it's going to be a rough ride with them. Meditate. Spiritual cleansing, meditate. You are the one that's going to have to be the adult in this situation too. This is really shitty. You have somebody who's a professional and you're going to have to lead them through the nose or by the nose through their job to do the right thing by you. You're going to have to be your own doctor and let the person with the piece of paper pretend they're the ones that came up with it. You're going to find the answer to your case. Divinity and psychic. You're going to be the one that finds the answer to your case because you listen to your gut. You listen to the messages that are given to you by spirit. Straight up. So what you know about yourself, you've been listening to your body because the spirit of yourself is speaking. Like, you know what you need. You know. That's why you went to the doctor to ask for specifically what you needed. And the doctor's like, nope, we're going to figure out whatever it isn't that you want me to do. And something tells me it's going to be exactly what your gut instinct told you it was. You solve your own case. You bring this doctor, research, information, citable sources, enough backup to throw in the chart like they thought of it themselves. And you're going to have some sort of improvement here. Official person, didn't I tell you, you had to make this doctor look like they were the one that came up with it, like it was all them, like they solved your case so they could take the credit, right? They found out the answer. They were the one that pinned your situation, and it's not the truth. I think this is how this is gonna work out for you. Main male in reverse. I think I'm getting this is a male that is your doctor here, or you could be the person. And the doctor doesn't want to listen to you. They don't want to respect you. They don't want to take your own knowledge about your body into consideration here. I think they're completely discounting you, the patient. Like, you're stupid. I'm the official one here. I'm the one with a piece of paper. I'm the one with a medical, degree. I'm the one that's a nurse. I'm the one that's a doctor. You're just some idiot from the street. Meanwhile, idiots read too. Same books as you. They just maybe didn't walk a stage for it and pay $100,000 for the education, but they still got it because they read. It's wild how books work. You get this information about yourself through your own psychic gifts here, okay? And these people want to gaslight you. You don't look sick. You don't look like you've got anything wrong with you. Your outsides look perfect. But remember, houses that look perfect can be eaten from the inside with termite damage too. They can have burst pipes in the walls ready to explode at any moment. They could have a leaky cracks in the foundation, and they could have a sinkhole underneath it. Shit. You never know. So you never, ever, ever, ever judge a book by its fucking cover. Ever. Especially when you're a doctor. I mean, shit. Thief. Somebody has been robbed of a proper diagnosis, robbed of health, robbed of time, robbed of quality of life. Courthouse in reverse. Yo, the people that didn't want to treat you, they don't want to go to jail. They don't want to go to court. These people robbed so much time from you. They robbed you of a choice. They robbed you of information. They didn't give you the ability to make informed consent because they prevented you from getting a diagnosis that you needed because you were told by your spirit guides, you're told by your own body, you're told by your own intuition and your own connection with yourself and your own body that something is wrong. And you go say, I think this thing is wrong. And they're like, no, go do these 3 other things. Here, I'm here for an x-ray for my back and for hormone replacement therapy and to deal with my stomach acid. And they're like, no, you need an HIV test before we will even be your doctor. No, you have to go pee and do a toxicology screen, even though you're not prescribed anything. No, you can't have those things, even though it's obvious that's what's wrong. No, you can't have that test that you want ordered. Well, here's why I want that test ordered. Because in the past, it wasn't ordered and it was a problem. Okay, fine, we'll do that test. So you're seeing that this doctor just wants to be in control. And if you give them the right support, the right evidence, and the right backup, that they will listen to you, okay? I think you need to manipulate the situation a little more. I think you're more in charge of it than you think. I think this doctor needs to realize they work for you. You're not their subordinate. They don't tell you what the fuck to do. They're like a doctor, a nurse practitioner, somebody like that. Family room in reverse. This is somebody who doesn't even like, wouldn't even make a house call, doesn't even know what you got going on in your family or your life, doesn't ask any questions about your demographics or your day-to-day habits or tendencies or rituals, routines, any of those things. This person just out the gate said, nope, you told me what you wanted, so we're doing everything but that, and we're going to make you feel like a criminal while we do it. You need to stand up for yourself. Whoever this person is thinks that they are something fucking special. They got some shiny badge, okay? They've got a title, they've got a position, and you're just a lowly piece of shit. They doesn't know anything, right? And these people have kept information from you. They have kept specific, with the moon there and the chariot there, they've hidden things to keep you from moving forward, to keep you from getting any progress in your case, to keep you from getting any progress in your health. That 9 of Wands is there, and the 4 of Pentacles. It's like they're purposefully victimizing you to control you. It's like they're trying to turn you into some sort of human fucking silly putty. And it's not gonna work. I mean, it's really weird. It's really, really weird. I'm evil witch blocked. Okay, bye. You're blocked. Now go bye. Go away. Evil witch, you're blocked. I am not evil. Evil does not wear a bonnet, bitches. Fuck. Evil. Okay. Then you should be fucking scared to be running your mouth in my comment section. If you think I'm so fucking evil, you should be fucking terrified to come anywhere up in here talking trash, because I might be able to turn my evil little energy right on you, huh? 3 of books, the 3 of swords. Okay. We've got somebody burning the candle at both ends, partying too much. I think that this doctor here doesn't care. They've got their own problems. They got their own stress in life. They've got their own heartbreak. They've got their own this and that and the other thing. They're very concerned with how this situation makes them feel instead of doing their job. 10 of Cups. How they feel instead of doing their job. Sins of the ancestors. Look, we don't care what traditionally things have been done. Tradition has bred all kinds of keeping people oppressed, keeping people under thumbs, and this is why we're here to flip the script. You ain't gonna do the same shit that the last people did. You ain't gonna do the same shit that was done to the last generation of human beings medically. You ain't gonna do it. These people are educated. These people are gonna save their money. They're not gonna be overcharged for anything anymore. These people are gonna do their research. They're gonna bring you evidence. They're gonna bring you information. And the only thing you can do is order fucking tests. So that would make you a medical middleman for somebody that can DIY. Okay? Not like doctors are unnecessary. By God, I'm not saying that at all. Fuck, break a bone and tell me you don't need a doctor. Get cancer and tell me you don't need a doctor. Get a tooth infection and tell me you don't need a dentist. Absolutely necessary. People like this, though, that say you don't look like anything's wrong, so we're not going to run any tests because you're faking. Because you look like everything's perfect. You look like life is handed to you. You look like you got a silver spoon in your mouth. Meanwhile, your body's fucking decrepit. It's looking like fucking lurch on the inside. Right? Page of Pentacles and knowledge in the reverse. Oh my God, you can't have your own knowledge. How dare you go find your own information? You can't have that knowledge. You can't know that. You can't have read something and know something the same way reread something and knew something. It's impossible. King of Beakers in the reverse. You have literally destroyed somebody's thought process. Mind fucking blown. Existential crisis. Cognitive dissonance on fleek. Right here. I've never in my life heard of somebody having to have an HIV test to get a doctor. But it's fun to have the results you can print and publish on them fucking negatives. But the one thing you did ask for that they didn't want to test for is a big fucking bright red on that same list of results. Red flag, exclamation point, needs to be treated. No, we're just gonna wait. We're just gonna wait. Three of Presents in the reverse, we're just gonna wait. We're just, we don't wanna. We don't wanna. Knight of Needles and the Eight of Potions. So it's the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Cups, folks. If we don't treat you, if we're mean to you, you'll go away. If we're mean to you, you'll go away. Is this how that Hippocratic Oath works, folks? Is it people that swear oaths to their profession and then don't follow through? I don't get it. The Fool. Oaths to their profession and don't follow through. Well, here's the deal. They were not ready for your fresh hell of energy. That's what I got to say about that. These people were unprepared. Whoever this doctor is, whoever this clinician, this person that does not want you to find the answers for your own case, they're going to be the ones that are in control and tell you what's wrong with you. You can't know. You can't be in touch with your own body and be able to read a book and put test results and lab results and symptoms and Google fucking shit and be able to put a picture together. I don't understand that. This person thinks that you're some sort of idiot. Two of Needles. Trying to block you from information, trying to block you from your diagnosis, trying to block you. Five of Presents in the reverse. Oh, but you're about to recover financially because of it. That Five of Pentacles in the reverse is where you're going to get back all that Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, everything you've lost. You're about to get your get back. Because they blocked you, you're about to get your get back. And the Four of Cups in the reverse on the bottom, that's also recovery. That's also a recovery. All right, final message, the Shadow deck. Final message. I don't think you're going to be too pleased when you have to deal with this person, because they don't think that you could possibly have the information where you could know anything. And because you knew what you knew, their mind is blown and their cognitive dissonance is fucking out the window. They're like on tilt. This person is confused at the highest level. How you could just psychically know, you could just intuitively know what the fuck was wrong with you. Right down to the specific test. Wisdom. Oh, fuck. Oh, how could you know? You couldn't be intelligent because everybody but me is an idiot. Every patient is an idiot. Why do providers feel that every patient is an idiot? I think y'all don't have tolerance. I think your jobs are so overwhelming and they don't have enough people in the industry to take care of the amount of patients that there are, that people are so overwhelmed they just stop caring. And the whole point was you wanted to help people. Is why you get into healthcare, right? You want to help people, but then when people need help, you're fucking rude and awful to them. Heartache. Man, there is no care in healthcare anymore. There is no care in healthcare. Defiance. Literally, patients are seen as problems, not people to help. Seduction in the reverse. Like I said, you're not going to be wooed back into this old cycle of we're the boss. You don't tell us what to test you for. You couldn't have any knowledge. Like lulling you back into a sense of safety and trust with them when you know for a fact the shit that you've told this person, the shit that you've proven about your own situation has blown this person's mind. Patience. As in being able to wait, not patience as in you're a patient at the doctor. You have the patience of a saint. You have waited this out and waited this out and waited this out. You came with the right evidence, or will be coming with the right evidence, or will start advocating for yourself with the right evidence, the path. And you are going to lead the doctor to the diagnosis that you know is necessary. The only thing they can do is back it up with tests. This person's not able to see or care about you and your health enough. Like I said, they've got so many patients that patients are just another problem. It's not about coming into work with a heart-centered energy and trying to be as compassionate and giving and kind and supportive as you can be. It's not like that anymore. It's you're stupid, you're a pill freak, you're only here for pain meds, so we need to drug test you and treat you like you got hepatitis or HIV before we'll even entertain the thought of hormone replacement therapy. You got me fucked up. The Oracle of Delphi. Speak the truth. Tell it like it is. You're more powerful than you know. What you have to say will shake rooms. When you tell this doctor, or you speak up for yourself, when you advocate for yourself and what you know deep in your intuition, I won't say psychic, I'll say intuition. Deep in your intuition, when you share what you know about your own self, I think that you are going to make a change, at least in your immediate environment, with the way people deal with each other and approach each other, setting your course. I think people watch how you are handling yourself. I think people are observing you and what you say. I think people see that you are bowing your neck and you're not going to be lulled back into a sense of safety and trust with this system, because you've been prevented from having the knowledge about yourself and your own test results for a very long time. And now that you've proven something, it's blown somebody's fucking entire mind. They just can't wrap their head. How did you know? Oh my God. How did you put it all together? Because I care about myself more than you care about me. Because you're not a health care professional. You are a medical team. Paths unknown in the reverse. This is something that you are seasoned. You are a seasoned traveler along this road, along this medical journey here. You might be a fucking Rhodes Scholar by the time this is all done when it comes to your specific case. These people don't care about you. When it is 5 o'clock, they clock off because patients are a problem. They don't think about your issues. They don't think about you after you leave that room. Then when they do their charting, it's annoying. They can't even put a face to the chart half the time. So when you come in and you start to advocate for yourself and people are like, you can't tell me what to do. I'm the doctor. I'm the boss of you. No, you work for me. Intricacies in industry in the reverse. You got it flipped up the fuck side down. You got it backwards. You got it bass-ackwards. You got it twisted. Wrong. You get paid to take care of me. That means I am technically the one who calls the shots in my health care. A doctor that won't listen to your gut instinct does not see you as part of your own medical team. They discount you completely, and that's scary. Waterfall is here. Initiation in the Count Saint Germain in reverse, and the Garden. The flood of information that you are about to share with these people is not something that you are new to. Like I said, you are a seasoned traveler. You are not a new initiate to this situation. You've already been there, done that, got the diagnosis. You're at a new place trying to get treated for what you already know and already have evidence and have already been treated for in the past. You're just trying to regrow whatever has died off, okay? With that Garden, you're trying to nurture yourself. You're trying to take care of yourself. You're trying to get in better health, in a better position, and you advocated for yourself. You said what you wanted, that you were not new to this situation, and they were going to be in charge of you. You couldn't know better than they know about you. That's some gaslighting. It's gaslighting. To assume that your patients are problems, unintelligent, and that they are simpletons, and that you, because you have a piece of paper that you probably cheated halfway through school to get the C's that got the degree, are going to tell somebody who is going to lay evidence and peer-reviewed information in front of you that they don't know what they're talking about when it comes to themselves. You got somebody fucked up. That's just not the way it works. When you discount your patient, whoever this main male in the reverse is over here, is being treated like they are nothing. They're being treated like they're too young to know anything. They're being treated like they're stupid, like they're naive, and like they don't have a voice in their own medical choices. This is what we're doing. This is the way we're going. This is the option we're choosing for you. And this person's just supposed to go, okay, whatever, and keep suffering when they know what's wrong with them. That's malpractice. That's doing harm. How do you even become a doctor and not develop a relationship with your patients where you know what their face is when you're charting later in the day? Just a question for the professionals. I'm going to call the reading right there. All right, you guys, thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you stayed for the entire reading, you are a fucking superstar. You kick ass and take names. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate everybody on the channel, including the yahoos who I have to block, because you're all boosting the algorithm and driving the traffic my way. The more controversial I get, the more people are going to have a problem, and the more comments that go, the more attention the channel gets. So thank you. Thank you. All right, you guys, I'm closing all the way out. I may or may not be back later this evening. Like I said, my thyroid issue is extremely elevated right now, and I have zero energy. My body feels like it's been hit by a bus, and I have no muscle strength. My joints are popping and cracking, and I'm being told it's probably the need for a hip surgery instead of hormone replacement therapy. So I think I'm gonna go and take a nap, get myself together, get my house finished up, and I will be back if I can this evening. If not, it'll be tomorrow morning. But one way or another, you guys, I appreciate you, and you guys that are out there helping me. that make this channel possible. Thank you for giving me an outlet. Thank you for giving me a purpose. Thank you for giving me something to do while I am so run down I can barely function. I appreciate it, you guys. Thank you so much. And if I can manage to not be a piece of shit, so the fuck can you. Black Betty out.